for the apples in my room.
What's up, early crowd? Woo! Got some new jokes. I got some new jokes. I'm gonna try them. We'll see how it goes. All right. I don't have much time. I'm just gonna jump into it, man. Last week, it was inevitable, right? I got picked up by the cops, you know? Well, a cop, you know, and it's one thing to be shoved in the back of a police car, you know, fucking handcuffed, gagged, prodded out with a police stick for an hour and a half, but it's a completely different fucking thing to skip out on the check later at dinner. You know, it's just disrespectful if you ask me, you know? It's one fucking thing after another with me, you know? I fucking went to the doctor recently, and he's like, Eric, you gotta get more red meat in your diet. Your cholesterol is just crazy right now. So I go home, I do it 2 times a day, you know, for 2 weeks. Go back to the doctor, get the checkup, and he's like, you know, Eric, what have you been doing? Your cholesterol's just through the roof. You're in trouble. I'm like, well, nobody freaking told me that you know, dog semen's high in cholesterol. You know, should have put that in the pamphlet, doc. I would have been more correct with that. And on the way out, I'm seeing 2 gay guys sitting in the waiting room, and I'm like, guys, you know, what do you guys like about anal sex so much? And they got all upset, you know, when I slightly gagged and puked in the back of my throat a little bit, you know. But what would you do if their response back to you was, well, bro, it just makes my whole week, you know? And if, you know, I don't care what's going on, man. Stretched assholes is hardly funny to me. That's hardly funny, and that's a serious debate right now. One thing after the other, you know what I mean? I went to put the dog down recently, you know? And it turned out to just be more painful than sad and sorrowful, you know what I mean? Because the whole time he just kept biting my fucking nuts over and over again. So then I put his ass to sleep. It's just out of control, you know what I mean? Oh, so we're walking through an alley recently here local, and this Rottweiler, you know, comes out of nowhere, and he's already growling, teeth are up, you know, and the best thing I could think to do is go, hey boy, it's okay, you know? Like, that's gonna do any fucking good for anybody. You know what I mean? So it's inevitable. He jumps on me. He's banging on my leg harder than fucking Nicky in Casino with a baseball bat. You know what I mean? And it goes on for like 30 seconds. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck, what is going on? And he backs off. I'm like, no. I grab him by the collar. I'm like, look, motherfucker, don't start something you can't finish. I don't come into your backyard, jiggle your balls for 5 seconds, and just walk the fuck out. I at least come first. You know, I show respect. That's my whole thing around here. You know? Jesus, recently my friends, they thought it'd be hilarious, you know, a prank. They cloned me, a full living clone standing right next to me. And that's just humiliating, you know, when they make him a little bigger so he can whoop your ass in front of your friends. That's just horrible, you know what I mean? So I'm like, guys, how the hell did you pull this off? And they're like, oh, it was no problem. Really, we needed a hair sample, a urine sample, a fecal sample, and a blood sample. And I'm like, yeah, and? And they're like, well, we just stole a pair of your underwear. It was really no problem. It's the jackpot, figuratively speaking. All right, one more thing from out. You know, I've been dirty. I'm gonna get my prayer in. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to hide the hooker titty necklaces in the basement. Because that's just no way to live, guys. Mom will never be the same. All right, that's it. I'm out.